Hi guys, it's British Army Table Tennis here. We've got our Instagram live, number 8, and it's with 6 times national Welsh champion Charlotte Carey, and she's represented the Commonwealth Games 3 times as well. I'm just waiting for her to join. Fantastic. Hi John. Just adding you now. Charlotte, won't be a second. She's just connecting now. It's nice to see a few people have joined already. Just get my notes quickly.
Hiya.
Hi, how are you? You well?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. It's not great the sun's gone in, but we've been quite lucky with the weather, to be fair.
Yeah,
so
we have, yeah.
It's been so nice. Yeah, thanks for joining today. We've had so many of you guys get involved. It's been fab. Obviously, we have beginners to National League. So obviously, just in case some of our players don't know much about yourself, are you happy to just do an intro?
Yeah, definitely. I'm Charlotte Carey. I'm 23 years old. I've represented Wales in 3. My highest world ranking was 99. I play professionally in Sweden and Spain at the moment.
I think you're breaking up slightly. That's amazing, though, for the bits I heard. That's fantastic. Don't know if it's my end or yours. You're breaking up a bit.
Oh no, it's probably my internet isn't great at the best of times.
Oh, don't worry. I noticed on your profile you live and train in Sweden, is that correct?
Yeah, so I'm normally based out in Sweden and I play the league there, and I'm playing in Spain as well, so it's a lot of travelling. But yeah, at the moment I'm home, obviously, with what's going on.
Yeah. What's the comparison between the two? Do you prefer one more than the other, or you just, yeah, what do you think?
There's just a good training centre in Sweden.
Yes.
There's kind of a good club there, good setup.
Mm.
In Spain at the moment, I play for kind of a small club just outside Barcelona.
Oh, very nice.
So next year I will be moving to Spain to train in their national centre. But yeah, at the moment, just at home, trying to do as much as I can from home, really.
Oh, fantastic. If anyone has a question for Charlotte, just get typing away and she'll answer them. She's ready and waiting, but I have a few, so don't worry. I'll keep you entertained for now. So out of your achievements, what are your highlights, would you say, so far?
I think as a junior, probably winning a bronze medal in the doubles in the European Championships. As a senior, probably winning my first national championships was a big one. I was kind of the underdog, and I think that was one of the highlights, one that sticks out for me. But I've won 5 more since then, and obviously playing in the Commonwealth Games and winning a Commonwealth Championships team medal, that was pretty cool as well.
Yeah. So, what was it like being like at the Commonwealth Games and you know, the atmosphere, stuff like that? How do you explain that?
Yeah, it's unreal, really. My first one, I was only 14, so I was the youngest member of Team Wales. And everyone kind of treated me like the baby, which was nice. But then Glasgow and the Gold Coast, obviously, I was a bit more settled. It wasn't as daunting. Seeing the village is always like a crazy experience. Going and seeing all the amazing athletes and all the things you can do in the village is, I don't think I'll ever really get over that. But the atmosphere was unbelievable. I think my favourite one was probably Glasgow, because it felt like all the Scottish fans kind of got behind us, and obviously all my family came up to watch, and it was really cool. But then the same with Gold Coast, a lot of my family did come out to watch, and my friends and the family at home were watching on TV and sending messages of support. So it was, well, they've all been amazing experiences, really.
Yeah, a mixed bag there. So, what are your goals for sort of once you can want to move away from this lockdown? What are your goals, or is it too early to say? Would you say?
No, I think kind of the bigger picture, we are looking for Birmingham Commonwealth Games. We are kind of looking to medal in the team, and maybe singles and doubles as well. Obviously, it's a big goal to have, but at the same time, you've got to set kind of big goals like that to keep me going. Obviously, a bit closer, I'm sort of looking to get back into my Spanish team and try and finish where we left off and win the league next season. We were at the top of the league when the league had to finish because of coronavirus. So yeah, next season I'm just hoping that we can kind of regain our title.
Yeah, well, we wish you all the best with all that. Someone's just asked, Charlotte, what's been your biggest achievement so far in your table tennis career? I think you've covered that, but do you have anything to add for him?
No, I think just I've kind of learned to appreciate the small things, like winning another national title. Obviously, any national titles, even the doubles ones, I really appreciate now, kind of more than ever. I think I used to take them for granted, and I think a lot of people do take just national titles for granted in table tennis. But I think obviously I've got a lot of titles to my name now, so I'm just trying to keep adding to them, really.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So, someone's just asked, what do you hope you can start? When do you hope to start competing again? Have you had any info, or are you just waiting out?
Not really. We've had a bit more information from the International Table Tennis Federation. We were meant to play, well, the World Championships were meant to be in March, and obviously they were postponed until the end of September. And today we were told that they're not going to go ahead until, well, maybe they'll go ahead in February, but it's still unsure. So yeah, I don't really know at the moment. Trying to take every day as it comes. It kind of feels like the new normal now. The whole staying at home, doing sessions at home, playing in the table out in the garden. Yes, kind of. You just have to adjust to it and do the best of what you can, really.
Yeah, so have you had to adapt your training? I guess do you have someone you play against, or is it a robot? Or
yeah, well, my parents are not the best at table tennis. My mother was good back in the day, but yeah. So now we've just got a robot. I put it up in the garden, but obviously if it's windy or raining, then it's not possible. But when it's been sunny, it's been great to play out in the garden. Obviously my sponsors in Table Tennis Wales helped out supplying me the robot, which I'm really grateful of. And one of my friends actually gave me her table that she had in her garage. So I'm really lucky that I had that opportunity.
oh, that's fantastic. So for our players that aren't so lucky to have a table or whatever, what do you recommend? Is it more shadow play or focus on fitness? What would you recommend?
Yeah, I think I'm doing quite a lot of fitness at the moment, just trying to be in the best shape I can be, so that when I come back to the hall that I'm fully ready. I think a little bit of shadow play can help as well, maybe just bat and ball skills, picking the bat up and trying out a few things with spinning the ball. But yeah, I'm trying to work a lot with psychology as well at the moment. I'm studying.
Okay.
I'm trying to kind of work on that. It's good for my own game and obviously good for the future if I'm learning a bit about psychology.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll come back to that point in a second, but John's just asked, rate that top 100 world ranking. Was a fantastic achievement. How did you feel when you got that? So do these rankings matter to you, like in, or is it more medals that you focus on?
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Well, I was pretty happy with it, to be honest. I've been kind of 101 in the world for a few months, and then I jumped up to 99. And obviously, I am looking to get back to that position. I think medals do mean a lot, but at this time it's really difficult with all the kind of Asian players and obviously the high level of table tennis at the moment. It is really difficult to win medals in the pro tours. So I think just trying to build my ranking higher and higher will set me up with kind of a better draw if I'm playing the pro tours or for big events like that.
No, great answer. So just to mix it up a bit, so in lockdown, have you sort of found any hidden talents? Maybe being, learning the piano, maybe singing, cooking, or I don't know, drawing.
Well, I
Who
don't think I'm
knows?
that adventurous. I'm not really the most musically talented person. Probably the only skill that I'm getting is maybe watching Netflix, or I am cooking for my parents every day, and I think they're surprised with how well I can cook. But other than just fitness stuff, really.
Oh, that's fair enough. I'm doing the same. So, what's your favourite series or film at the moment, would you say?
Well, we just finished The Last Dance, loved that. Normal People was really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Finished Ozark as well, that was really good. I enjoyed watching that. But yeah, at the start of lockdown, I thought I'd probably watch Netflix all the time, but at the moment, I'm not really watching as much as I think some people are. So I guess it's a positive.
No, that's fantastic. What's your best meal that you've cooked so far then?
Oh, that's a tough one. My parents are a fan of the taco nights. We like to have tacos and halloumi wraps, so that's a big hit in the household, I think.
Oh, I love halloumi. I love a bit of Nando's now and then.
Yeah.
So, do you have to have kind of a strict diet regime, or how strict do you have to be? And like with the training, do you have 2 or 3 sessions a day? How does it work?
Yeah, I think obviously not very strict. I kind of make all my own meal plans, but yeah, I eat healthy most of the time. Kind of on the weekend, I'll have a treat. But yeah, I do just try to kind of feed my body good food so that I'm fully energized for the training sessions, really.
Oh, fantastic. Just seen Dave Weatherall, he's joined, so I'm sure we'll get a few
Oh
interesting
no.
questions from him.
Oh no.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's like that. So, what bit of the tour circuit do you like the most? Do you find the travelling gets a bit too much at times, or do you enjoy that aspect, or do you prefer just competing, on the table?
I think the traveling is nice to some extent. Obviously, you get to see some places if you are there for long enough. I try to stay maybe 1 or 2 days after a tournament if I have got a bit of a break period. But yeah, you do kind of get sick of the airports and the flying, kind of the novelty wears off a bit after a while. I've been traveling pretty much non-stop since I was about 18, so it is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think obviously when you get to see nice places and experience different cultures, it is a great experience. And sometimes we do take it for granted, but I think when you do get those extra few days off in places that you haven't been to before, it is a really nice experience as well.
No, that's great that you're managing to experience some of it after you've competed. So, going back to the Commonwealth Games, did you manage to watch the opening ceremony and the closing, or was it too close to competing? Or?
No, we weren't competing the morning after. So
Okay.
all the Commonwealths I've been to, I've gone to the opening ceremony, and just the adrenaline you get just before you're about to walk out. I saw Chloe was watching and on the live, and often we reminisce about walking out and how fast it goes. Really, walking out into a big stadium full of people, and it does just fly with obviously the adrenaline rush. But it is amazing. It's something you can't really describe. But yeah, the obviously getting to the Gold Coast was a good one. My family came out as well, and I have a friend in Australia, so I stayed out for a little bit longer, and we got to travel around a little bit, which was really nice.
Yeah, I bet it must have been amazing, some great memories to treasure. So, we'll just go back to the start. So, what age did you start playing table tennis? Did you do another sport? Did you have to choose?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I played football. And then when I was playing table tennis, kind of around the school years, I played netball as well. And one time I hurt my finger, and Ryan Jenkins, the national coach, kind of said to me, "You need to choose between table tennis and netball because it's not great to have injuries like that." Yeah, I started when I was about 9 or 10. I started with my grandfather. Yeah, he plays. He still plays now. Obviously, it'd be nice if he could come down and practice with me in the garden, but obviously not quite yet. But yeah, it is. He started. He brought me along to the local club, and I really enjoyed playing. And then I went on from there. I got spotted to go to the national training camps, and it just spiraled from there, really.
Oh, fantastic. The minute you said Ryan Jenkins, he joined. So
I know, I did see that.
That's
He
hilarious.
knows when I'm talking about him.
Yeah, he's spying, isn't he?
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, we were very lucky, actually, came down and visited one of our sort of championships and training events. And like we've said, and invited to all the other players, you're more than welcome to come and visit, us and, present the trophies if you've got time.
Oh,
So the invite's there.
Yeah, definite.
Oh, that's very kind. Sorry, you were breaking up a bit there.
Oh, sorry.
So John's asked another question. He loves a good question. No, don't worry. It's everyone's using internet these days. So, have you been impressed with the young Anna Hersey, is it, and Sophie early recent international success?
Yeah, obviously it's great to have two British slash Irish players coming up. Obviously interesting prospects for the future. I've played doubles with both Sophie and Anna, and they're both nice girls. When I do training camps over in Ireland, I used to spend a lot of time there. I used to see how Sophie was progressing, and she is a real talent and one to look out for the future. And obviously the same goes for Anna Hersey. She's really exciting prospect, and it's great to have someone else pushing behind me from Wales, and to have some new talent and some new doubles partners, new faces to the team. I think at the moment the Welsh girls are doing quite well. A lot of the younger girls are pushing through, and I think it's probably good that they've got kind of me and Chloe who are away, so they can see that's something to reach on to. And then closer to home, they've got Anna that they can look up to as well.
No, that's a great answer. And Ryan's asking a few questions now. So he's put thoughts on the postponement of the World Champs. What are your thoughts?
Obviously, I'm a bit gutted. It would have been nice. It would have been Lara's first World Championships. Maybe Anna's second, I think. So it would have been nice. I'm gutted for Lara as well, to be honest. I think she was really looking forward to it. But I think it's the right choice at the end of the day. It's important everyone's safe. And yeah, hopefully we will be able to play her in February, and we'll just see what happens. It's probably good for us, actually, because if we did have the World Championships in September, we probably wouldn't be fully prepared with obviously training from home at the moment. So it's probably better that we'll get a few months training beforehand.
Yeah, that's a very good point. So I just remembered about the sort of mental side of the game, that kind of point you mentioned. So how do you prepare for these big matches? Do you have any superstitions or rituals or mantras that you follow, or do you just, any insight?
Yeah, I do have quite a lot of routines. Some people call it superstitions. I like to call it my routine.
Okay.
I like to do a lot of things in threes, like bouncing the ball and kind of steps in threes, jumps in threes. It's just something that kind of settles me, and it's kind of a routine that I've got into, and I feel settled. I feel more calm in myself when I'm going through those routines. To be honest, I just like to take myself away from kind of the hall and get out of the atmosphere and just kind of have a blank space. Before I start, I like to listen to some music to kind of pump me up a little bit. But yeah, just trying to stay calm before the matches, and not be too stressed or not be too excited to kind of play the big matches as well.
No, that's good advice. So would you just say, just think one ball at a time and sort of just focus on your game? Would you recommend that to our players? Because some get a bit disheartened, when they can't make the teams and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I think everything is point by point. Obviously, you can be so many points down and come back. It's not impossible in table tennis. And I think just kind of trust in yourself, and you've worked hard. You know that you can get the balls on the table, and you know that you were in the right mental space to kind of get through those matches. Obviously, it's hard if you're down and you're losing, but at the same time, I think it's really important to work with psychology so you can kind of learn how to pick yourself up in those situations.
Yeah, because it must be tough. I admire a lot of sports people, because the way they have to pick themselves up, and then you have the, huge success of winning titles and everything, and it's incredible how you stay so motivated. So what motivates you to keep training so hard and, aiming to win more titles?
Yeah, I think it's hard, obviously, because we play so many tournaments and so many matches at the moment. It's almost every week that we're playing big events. So obviously when you're losing, it is disheartening, but I think you've just got to focus on the next event. And I think one thing that's really keeping me going is knowing that I haven't reached my full potential. I'm going to keep going until I believe that I have reached my full potential, but I can still see room for improvement, and I'm still kind of looking to get to the top of my game, and obviously to try and win Commonwealth medals and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Did you say you had your eyes on the Olympics? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
So
at the moment, it's quite difficult. We didn't qualify for the team, and obviously it's still a massive challenge to try and qualify for the singles. But you just never know. I mean, there's always some kind of shock results in the Olympic qualifiers, so who's to say it couldn't be me making the shock result?
Well, who knows? We'll be supporting you anyway. So definitely. So I've got another question. Just change it up slightly. So in you know, we'll say it for table tennis and just sports in general, who do you admire, who do you follow, who do you look up to, would you say?
I think obviously Serena Williams is a great person to look up to. She's won so many titles. She's done amazingly. I think Jess Ennis is a big inspiration as well, because she's been knocked down a lot of times. She's had a lot of injuries. She's struggled a lot, and she's still obviously won Olympic golds. And yeah, I think I really like the mentality of Conor McGregor. I like how he has so much belief in himself, and I like his passion for his country. Maybe not to his extent, but yeah, I do like how much passion he has about his sport. And I mean, every athlete probably wants to have his amount of self-belief.
Yeah, definitely. That's a fantastic answer. I've just seen, you've probably seen John's message, but very good advice, Ryan. Better for us to have had Super Charlotte in table tennis instead of netball. So we agree with that. And yeah, Ryan obviously agrees with this. So she said, Ryan's just said, any tips for Charlotte being a fellow left-hander? What are your thoughts on that?
Any tips from John? Or any tips for John? I don't know really. I think as a left-hander, a lot of people automatically think that, oh no, I'm playing against a left-hander, they're awkward and they're tricky. But I think you've just got to try and utilise the angles that you can and change up things, change up your serve a lot, because people are not used to receiving the spins in that sort of direction. Obviously, there's a lot more left-handers, I think, in the game now, so it's not as much of an advantage. But yeah, I think you've just got to kind of play the angles and try to mess up the right-handers as much as you can.
No, great answer. So if you've got any questions for Charlotte, don't be shy, keep typing away. But so you said, you know, if you could just explain what rubbers you use and the sponsors that you have, that would be fantastic. Just
yeah, so my equipment sponsor is T-Sport. I use the Timo Ball ALC racket, and I use Tenergy 05 on both sides. I've used them for a long time now, and yeah, I like them anyway. I think I would say T-Sport is one of the best brands around, or Butterfly is one of the best brands around, but that's just my opinion. They have been really good to me over the years, and obviously they're the sponsor of Wales as well. Met Coaches is my off-the-table sponsor. They kind of pay for some travelling and some events. Actually, a guy from Wales who has a bus company in London, so he has helped me a lot through the years.
Oh, that's great. And John's on fire today. He's just put, how does your travel work when you play in Sweden and Spain? Do you get back home much?
Yeah, so in Spain and Sweden, they've kind of got to work out how the matches are, so there's no clashes really. But yeah, there's a lot of travelling. I mean, just to get to the airport, it's 2 hours on the train, and then a 3-hour flight, and then travelling the other side. So it is difficult, and it is quite tiring. And I've got matches most weekends, so it can be draining, but obviously the motivation to play the matches is still there. And with tournaments as well. Normally I fund a lot of my travel myself. Table Tennis Wales do help me out a little bit. And do I get back home much? No, not at all. I've been home now for 11 weeks, and I haven't been home for 11 weeks probably since I was about 15. It's really, really strange for me to be home and kind of out of... Yeah, it is really strange, but as I said, I'm kind of used to it at this stage.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was just laughing at Ryan's question there. So can you tell everyone about your rubbish lockdown fancy dress up? So I think you've been doing quizzes, am I right?
Yeah, so me and my friendship group, every week, sort of, we started off quite tame. We had a normal Zoom quiz the first week, and then it kind of led to fancy hats and then fancy shirts.
Oh,
and
nice.
We kind of went full out into the celebrity dress ups and the animal dress ups. And last week I was dressed as Mike Tyson.
As you do.
Yeah, last week it was my turn to host the quiz, and we had a sports quiz, and everyone dressed up as kind of the greatest of all time athletes. And we actually had a goat in the Zoom call, which was something different. We hired this goat from a farm, which was pretty funny. But yeah, just been doing things to kind of feel like I'm still with the girls. For me to be home and not see my friends is just so strange. Normally when I'm home at Christmas or throughout the summer, I'm spending my time with my friends when I'm not training. So it is a strange situation, but it's great for us to kind of keep it involved with each other over the Zoom quizzes.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic idea. You know, thank goodness for technology, isn't it? Because it would be painful, I think.
Yeah.
So I've got another question here. So, you know, obviously, it's a tough one. So who would you say is your favourite England player, female or male, or Steve?
Well, I was on the ping pong show the other day, and
Yes.
it would kind of be wrong for me to not say Liam Pitchford, as I did say that he was probably the greatest of all time English player at the moment. But obviously, I played on his team with Tintin and Maria and Emily, and they're great girls, so can't leave them out either.
No, great answer, because it's a tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, just what top 3 tips could you give to our players getting involved with the game? What would you say?
I think a big one is enjoy it. You've got to enjoy it to be able to work hard. So leading on to my second tip would be to work hard.
Yes.
I think just try to learn from others. I think there's a lot of stuff on social media now, and obviously talking to other people. Communication is a big one, I think, in table tennis. I think you can learn a lot from just talking to others, getting some tips from around the circuit, and obviously online as well. There's loads of stuff online at the moment.
Yeah. No, that's a very good answer. You know, even with our kind of line of work and doing the bit of sport we can do, which is, you know, we feel very lucky to do. You know, communication is key. So, with your coach and that, how often do they travel with you, or do you just see them at events? How do you learn the best to improve and stuff like that?
So I kind of got a coach out in Sweden. In my club, the club coach kind of coaches me day to day, but mostly for the tournaments I'm there alone.
Okay.
Yeah, it is difficult sometimes, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy that I've been able to learn how to cope on my own and to cope under pressure. Obviously, sometimes if I'm having a bad day and I'm not mentally great, it would be nice to have a coach there to kind of just give a little bit of support or to help me figure out some kind of tactics. But I think I have learned to kind of try and do it by myself. And then obviously, when I am going away to play for Wales, the Welsh coaches are coming, and I think we all have good relationships with the Welsh coaches, which is good. But yeah, I think looking for the future, I think they are looking to do a little bit more with working together with the coaches abroad. And I think, to be honest, the coronavirus has sort of taught us a lot about this time. Really, we can do a lot via Zoom and social media, keeping in contact and coaching online as well. Really.
Yeah, definitely. No, well said. Just another question. It might be a tricky one, but we'll see what you think. Do you feel like females in the sport are getting similar opportunities to the men? What are your thoughts on that? I think it's improved over the years.
I think in Wales we're quite lucky. We have quite a big squad of female players, but I think generally probably not. I would say male players who were around the same level as me comparatively in their game, they definitely get paid a lot more. I mean, playing full time for me is it's great and I love it, but at the same time I'm not really earning money that I can be saving. Most of the money I earn from table tennis I'm putting back into table tennis with the travelling and paying for tournaments and events. So it is harder, I think, for a woman. But I think it is getting better. I think the ITTF are doing a bit more to work towards females getting a bit more attention. But yeah, hopefully, as I said, in Wales we've got a good group of women players, so hopefully we can push even further to kind of get a bit more funding for our team. And when we start to get results as a team, I think that'll be great for us as well.
No, that was a great answer, so thank you for that. It's a tricky one, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So obviously you have team events, you know, which must be a great atmosphere. You know, your team backing you and everything, and you've got the doubles and singles, mixed, and you know, ladies. What would you say is your favourite, or is it hard for you to pick?
I like mixed doubles. generally from Wales, I've played with Dan O'Connell and Callum Evans. We have actually probably gone above our level in the mixed doubles events. Me and Dan were the last 32 of the World Championships, and that was obviously really unexpected. But I think mixed doubles is fun. Obviously, with both those players, I've known them really well. They're both good friends of mine, so it's great to play with people who you can trust and rely on. Yeah, I think doubles is a nice one because you're doing it as a team and you've got each other to support, and yeah, it's really good. But I like playing singles. I like the adrenaline rush of being by myself and knowing that I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I'm not sure if I asked this one, so sorry if I have. Having a mind blank. So, favourite place to play matches around the world? I can't remember what you said. I think you said, was it?
I don't think you said that one.
Woohoo! Couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, that's a difficult one. In China is kind of something else because the crowds are always huge. But then at the same time in Germany, in the World Championships I've played in Germany, they've been pretty big as well, lots of spectators. But I think my favourite place that I've played so far was Glasgow Commonwealth Games when all the crowd are behind us. That was probably a big highlight. But when I'm not playing table tennis, my favourite place that I've been to, I went there for a tournament, but my favourite place that I've been to is Thailand, probably.
Oh, okay. Where do you want to go next on holiday? Like a holiday destination, would you say?
I'd like to go to Bali. I'd like to see a bit more of Australia. California as well. I've been to California, but just for training camp, so I'd like to go there and have a look around there. But yeah, at the moment, I don't really feel comfortable traveling anywhere. I think it's going to be a bit of a thing going back to the traveling situation. So
that's very true, but we can keep dreaming about it.
Yeah.
So I've got a few random questions now. So, what would you say your biggest fear is? Is it snakes, spiders, or maybe you're not scared of them?
Maybe rats. I don't like rats at all. I don't know. I don't think that I have that many fears, really.
Oh, okay, interesting. So Ryan Jenkins has said, Charlotte, if you could be any player for 24 hours, who would it be?
Probably Timo Boll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think maybe a European player would be nice. I think a lot of people would probably go for a Chinese player, but obviously he's big in the public eye and he's loved out in Asia as well. So I think it would be cool, and obviously a left-hander would be cool to be Timo Boll for a day, I think.
Oh, awesome. Liam's just joined in, so you'll have to watch this
practice. After I've been bigging him up.
I know. I was going to say he's going to have to watch the whole interview to see what you said. We're not going to give it away, but nice to see you, Liam. Thanks for joining us. I'll do another random one. So, what one word would you say describes yourself?
I think ambitious. I think I'm quite ambitious. I like to set myself kind of big goals. So yeah.
Perfect. So obviously, do you follow other sports? I know rugby's quite big in Wales, isn't it? So
yeah, I do. I do follow rugby. Obviously, mainly just the Welsh squad. I love a bit of rugby, and yeah, I kind of watch a bit of random sports every now and again, but most of my time is consumed with table tennis pretty much.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. So when you get time, that's great. Would you recommend camping in Wales? Just thought I'd add that random one in.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I don't know if you've seen my Instagram, but around where I live, we've been going for some really nice walks at the moment. Most days, me and my dad will walk about 10 kilometres up the mountains and around the area, and it is really pretty. I think Wales is kind of underrated because of the weather, but especially in the sunshine now, it is lovely, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if you've been following the Pong pandemic. He does a load of trick shots and stuff like that. So you good at doing a few trick shots yourself?
Not really. I would say I've not probably got the most talent in table tennis. I think it's a lot of hard work, but yeah, I might try and get a few flukes every now and again.
Happy days. So John's just put lots of army camps in Brecon. Yeah, I don't think a lot of army people like Brecon, to be honest.
No, I've seen actually some of the training they do at Penavan Mountain, and it just looks awful with the big bags and
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
constantly. Yeah, it looks very challenging, to be honest.
Yeah. So, would you do anything like SAS? Is it Who Dare Wins or anything like that if you got offered it, or
Yeah,
you...
actually, me and my friends were talking about that the other day. We've obviously just finished watching the celebrity version, and it looks so fun. I would love to challenge myself to something like that. Obviously, it's very, very tough. But yeah, as I said, I'm ambitious. I like a challenge. So yeah, I'd love to do something like that, really. I think it'd be really cool.
I think, it would be such a mental challenge because they really delve into your mind, don't they, and try
Yeah.
and trick you. So yeah, it certainly will be a challenge. What's your favourite sports quote? Do you have one?
My favourite sports
Quote. I think it
quote.
phrased a bit like...
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, that's a tough one. I always say trust the journey. That's not really a sports quote, but I think that's something that I've kind of taken into my sort of table tennis. Obviously, I've been playing for quite a long time and been playing professionally for quite a long time. And I think just trusting that you're going to do something decent in the end, or you're going to get lots of good experiences, and trusting that that's going to happen, I think is a big one for me. But yeah, I think better never stops. I quite like that as well. I think there's always room for improvement, and you can always keep going and keep improving.
No, fantastic answer. So I asked a few of the players this question. Someone sent it to me offline quite a while ago. So, who is your superhero?
My superhero?
Yeah. Do you have one? Most of the players had that response, but they thought of something.
Well, people call me Scary. Scary Carey used to be my nickname back in the day. Ryan still calls me Scary every now and again, so maybe Scary Carey could be a good superhero.
Fair one. Is that because of Spice Girls, is it, or just because she's... I don't know.
I don't know really. I think it started a while back when I maybe lost my temper in a match, and then someone started calling me Scary, and it just stuck really.
Oh, at least you're passionate. It shows you want to win. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Just seeing if I've missed any of my questions. Has anyone got any questions for Charlotte? You're all getting a bit shy now. Type away. Just get my notes. Just drop them.
I saw Chloe Thomas, my doubles partner in the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. She wrote a big doubles against New Zealand in the Commonwealth. That was a good one. That was probably one of my highlights for the matches. We just won against New Zealand. Obviously, it was really unexpected, and it was enjoyable to play with Chloe. I think we worked well with each other, especially in that event. So that was really fun.
Oh, fantastic. Is it hard picking your doubles partner, or does the coach pick sort of the team? How does it work? Do you have an influence in the decision, or?
I think sometimes. I think obviously now I'm a little bit older and I've kind of played for the team a bit longer. I think sometimes I work with the coaches a little bit to kind of talk about what I think could be the best solution. But at the end of the day, they do have the final say, and I think they always want to do what's best. But I like playing doubles. I've always liked playing doubles with pretty much everyone who's been in the team, so I am always happy to play the doubles as well.
Yeah, I get the theme. You love doubles. Why is that? Is it just you share the table with somebody?
Yeah, I think obviously kind of the pressure's halved, the excitement's kind of doubled. So you've got someone to work with, you can talk about the tactics. I think it's kind of like a little bit like maybe having a coach with you. They can help you a little bit on the table, and you can kind of help them as well. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. No, it makes sense, because I found, even though I'm new to the sport, and playing with somebody, they can pick you up, can't they, if you're having a bad moment, and then say,
yeah, definitely.
Just enjoy it, just keep trying to hit the ball on the table or something like that. Someone's just asked, what's your favourite Nessa quote?
From Gavin and Stacey.
Of course, yes.
Probably, what's I curling? If you haven't seen Gavin and Stacey, then you won't know what I'm talking about. But
no, I have seen it a bit. It just took me a while to realise what they were asking. That's all. Having a Hannah moment. Don't worry about it.
it's all right.
It says here, Charlotte is too nice and sporting to be scared, but you'll need that scary part for celebrity SAS. Who dares wins? And he says it's a good quote. So, yeah, so if you could do any other job, what do you think it would be, or sport, or what do you think you'd do?
I always wanted to be a teacher all the way through school. I thought I was going to be a teacher. Yeah, I like coaching, sports coaching as well, coaching table tennis. So I think probably now I want to be a coach when I'm finished with my table tennis career. Maybe with sports psychology as well, because I'm studying that at the moment. But I think definitely when I was younger, I always wanted to be a teacher, and I never really planned to play professionally for this period of time. And I don't think I ever really planned to be a table tennis coach. But now I think, having done that throughout the summers and when I'm kind of off, I think I do really enjoy coaching, and I like helping people. I think it'd be great to be a part of the Welsh setup on the coaching team as well.
No, that's a great answer. So, have you been? I've noticed with a lot of the female players, more so than the male, that they're doing a lot of studying as well. You know, uni stuff. Have you had to do that part of your career, or not so much?
No, I actually moved away when I was 16. I just finished my GCSEs, and I got the opportunity to go and play in Hungary. So yeah, I kind of ran with that really, and now I've been playing full time for 6 years. And this year I just decided that I'd start studying sports psychology. After that, I'm maybe looking to do an open university degree in maybe sports science or something like that. It's been a good distraction from obviously what's going on, and being able to kind of get my head down and do a bit of that work. And as I said, it's good for my game as well. And especially if I wanted to go into the coaching side of things, I think it'd be good to have kind of a sports psychology background as well.
Yeah, because then you can inspire other players, can't you? So,
yeah,
great. We'll just see if anyone else has got any more questions. They're a bit shy at the moment. Type away. You know. So when you go on these walks, do you have any? Do you have pets? Do you have a dog, or
no, I don't. We used to have cats, but I think everyone was so gutted when our cats died that it's kind of no pets in the household again. But I would love to have a dog. I think when I'm older and I live by myself, I will get a dog. It's great for running, and I always see people running with their dogs, and I think that it's nice to have a bit of company. But no, to be honest, we just normally listen. Me and my dad would listen to the same podcast and kind of have in our AirPods and just kind of talk about that really. Been listening to a lot of the Peter Crouch podcasts, the Flat Stacks podcast, Louis Theroux. Yeah, so a lot of podcasts really at the moment, just to kind of keep us sane whilst we're on our walks and maybe stop us bickering a little bit. I think tensions are getting high with the lockdown, so it is good to get out and just have a bit of a refresh in our brains. And obviously the nice scenery, as I said, is great to get out into.
No, it is. It's good just to clear the mind, isn't it? And I think doing some fitness, most days really does help, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Are there any more questions for Charlotte? Just we'll give it a couple more minutes if you're happy, and then we'll just close it down with a little thank you message.
Yeah.
And then someone's put, "She loves me really."
That's my dad.
Oh, is it? Hello to your dad.
It's probably his fault that my internet is bad, actually. So, Dad, if you could just log out so that my internet isn't bad, that'd be good.
I know. Or are you worried he's going to share some lovely stories?
Yeah.
Johnny keeps typing away, so that's nice. So he's just put Team Carey came to the Ulster Open and Charlotte won it. Family support is key. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I spend huge periods of time away from friends and family, and I think my family I speak to every day, as well as my friends. So, yeah, they are really supportive. They've always supported what I wanted to do, and they didn't mind when I wanted to go abroad and play table tennis. And I think they are happy that I'm doing what I love and kind of doing quite well at the moment. So, yeah, that's good. And I think a great thing is I can always come back home. Like now I've needed to come back home and that's completely fine, and everything just settles back as normal. And same with my friends, really. My friends are super supportive. They're always following what I'm doing, and I speak to them too much probably every day. And yeah, it's great to have a good friendship group. I mean, I haven't really spent big periods of time with them since I was about 16, and they still stuck by me, so I'm grateful for that as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. You know, it's sport is key, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
definitely.
keeps you going and motivated, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We'll just wait one more minute and then just see if there's any more last minute questions. We find like when I say that, you know, we get a few more.
Yeah, I'm sure
We seem
John
to
has a
save
few
them.
more in him.
Yeah, sorry, it glitched a bit there. Sorry.
I said I'm sure John has a few more questions in him.
I was going to say, you know, he's our. You probably may have heard of him or met him. He's our army table tennis coach.
Oh yeah, I've actually spent quite a lot of time with John. I used to train over in Ireland, and he used to coach over there. So I spent a lot of time with John. He's a really nice guy and always happy, and yeah.
He is. He's all right. No, I'm joking. He's fantastic. He's been really good. You know, he does all our speeches at the end of our championships, and you know, he can. You know, he does long speeches, but they're perfect. So, thanks,
Yeah.
John. But sometimes I don't understand his accent. But that's a question.
Yeah.
Can you speak Welsh quite well or not?
In school I was good at Welsh. I wish that I'd have kept learning. But I keep saying there's something I'm going to do in the future. I'm kind of the queen of going to different countries and picking up a little bit of a language, but never actually learning the language. So I can probably get by in a lot of different languages, but not actually be able to hold any sort of real conversation in many languages either.
Yeah, well, I'm the same. I struggle with English, so trying to ask Liam and a few others about. Someone asked who about this player, and I was just like, "Help me out! I can't say his name." So they need simpler names. You know, I think I got Maria Safsinos right, but that was just. I think I've got that wrong as well. But yeah,
yeah, that's a tough one to say.
it is, but I think I got away with it. Just.
Yeah.
Did you know Bryn means hill in Welsh?
Yeah, someone I think likes a bit of Gavin and Stacey a bit too much, maybe.
Clearly they do, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got anything to say? You know, last minute comments or anything for your fans or followers?
I think obviously just stay safe in this time. I think if you can be getting out and doing some fitness sessions, I think that's really important for mental health, and obviously it's great for your body as well to get out and go for walks, runs and different things like that. So I think stay safe, try and get out for some exercise. Obviously enjoy table tennis. There's loads of videos online, so I think try and watch some videos and just kind of build your knowledge a little bit more so you are ready when you're able to go back to the table.
No, that's great advice. And John, again, he's typing away. He's put, "Hi Danny, that's your dad, I think." So he's just put, "Thank you for your kind words and many thanks for doing this call with us today. Table tennis awesome, Table Tennis Ireland are big fans of yourself. Top girl, power girl." So there's nothing about crazy there, so don't worry or scariness.
Thanks, John.
Maybe.
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, Sue's a huge fan. And yeah, I'll just wrap it up then. You know, thanks for joining us today. You know, I can't believe we've got 8 lives in. And it's just hopefully we're doing our bit to promote the sport, and you've certainly helped with that, as the other players and a few more we've got in the next couple of weeks. And like I said before, you know, it would be fantastic if you come to one of our events, maybe present the trophies or such.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you. Or, you know, have a hit with some of our top army players. They would love it.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And okay, someone's just, is that your dad typing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just saying you love Ireland.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. But yeah, no, it's been fantastic today, and you know, we wish you all the best with what you're doing. And
thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic, and it's nice to get some. You know, my tally of women is going up, so I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Girl power.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, we wish you all the best and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for having me.
Yeah, thank you again. Take
Thanks.
care. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining the Instagram Live with Charlotte today. It's amazing to have more players get involved, and we're just doing our little bit, as I've said, just to promote the sport. We've got Will Bailey, Dave Wetherill, and a few others coming up. So look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.